The Scratch project that I created is Snake and Ladder game. It is a modified board game that will test our grammar skills on Malay and English. There are two reasons why I created this game. First, my sister and I like to play board game very much. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, we used to invite friends to our house during weekend or school holiday to play the board game together. Hence, we came out the idea to design a board game using Scratch, then share the game with our friends. The second reason is I start my secondary school this year. The move from primary to secondary school is a huge milestone for me, especially when most of the subjects are taught in Malay and English. Hence, to improve my Malay and English language is crucial. I always believe that learning through play is more effective than chalk and talk method. Thus, instead of designing a normal snake and ladder board game, I include the answering grammar questions
You are
such as
correct.
when the player reaches the bottom of ladder or head of snake. I hope by doing so, I will improve my Malay and English language and not just play for fun. Next, let me show you how we can learn through play via this snake and ladder game. Once the green flag is clicked, player will be brought to the cover page of the game. At the cover page, press Let's Go to start the game, or press Instruction to know the rule to win the game. Once player press Let's Go, player will need to choose either English or Malay to proceed to the game page. To start the game, key in number of player, then click on the dice to roll the dice. Answer the question accordingly when reaching bottom of ladder. If correct, the player will move out to the head of ladder and skip some steps, else stay at the same position. When the counter lands on the top of snake column, player will need to answer the question randomly. If player answers it correctly, the player will stay at the same position, else the player will have to slide down to the bottom of the snake. Player that successfully reached the last position, 100, wins the game. There are 6 questions for each ladder or snake position. The system will pick randomly from question 1 to question 6. Player could play multiple times to test their Malay or English language, as there are total 90 questions per subject and 180 questions altogether. Instead of designing a single-player game, I chose to create a multiplayer game. At start, I was studying on debugging the source code, how the player take their sequence, and how the player move when they reach the bottom of ladder or head of snake. Every position for each player needs to be tested individually to ensure the movement is correct. To make the game more interesting, I also arranged the coding in a way that there are 6 questions created on each snake and ladder position. Each player may get different questions even they land on the same position, as the system will pick random from question 1 to question 6. As there are total 7 ladders and 8 snakes, there are 90 questions altogether per subject. I have spent a lot of time on designing and selecting these 180 questions. If I have more time, I would like to add more subjects on the game. I would include additional subjects like science and mathematics or even COVID-19 topic. Besides, I will also include different difficulty levels of questions like beginners, intermediate, and advanced level in the game to make it even more challenging. Players could proceed to higher level once they meet the minimum requirement for the next level. Enjoy the game and start testing how well you master the English and Malay language. Thank you.